This message is for those who are confused, unsure about their purpose, their calling. Now, no one can tell you about your purpose but you, because your calling was not a conference call. But I trust that this message will give you an insight on how to go about finding, aligning, remembering your purpose and your calling. Now, the first card, which is like the key message, is return to heart. You will be able to remember your calling when you unblock the clouds, the pain, the trauma, the shields, and open your heart. You feel me? Your heart is the guiding point. And I have another message that was posted some weeks ago. I'll link it maybe because this is on my phone. But actually, I'll put it in the description box about the heart being the bridge between the ego and your soul, your spirit, divine self, your divinity. Your heart is the bridge between the material world, the material physical existence, and the spiritual existence. It brings those two worlds together in balance. So returning to your heart by way of healing your heart, by way of listening to your heart, and by way of connecting with your feminine essence, regardless of your gender, sex, orientation. We all have that feminine essence within us. And it comes a time where logic, which is one of the qualities of the masculine essence, there comes a time when logic is not going to get you to your divinity. Logic is the way of this physical material world. So when you're making decisions based on logic, trying to do a pros and cons list, or looking at things based off of material scales of accolades and popularity and money and things like that, it's not going to get you to your divinity. It's not going to make your heart feel good. It's not going to speak to your soul. So it comes a time where you need to tap into your emotions, the energy and emotion that comes and goes, because it's not yours. Those feelings and emotions are not yours. Learn how to healthily detach from them, yet they are signs of communication from your soul. So when you go in a place and you feel relaxed, that is a sign from your soul that you are safe there, that the energy bodies that are in that space are aligned with where you are at now and or where you want to be energetically. When you go into a space and you feel anxious or uneasy, it is a sign of communication that the energy bodies, that the vibration or the frequency that resides in that space is not resonant with your soul, with your most innate being. Now, a part of returning to your heart, again, I said healing your heart. So you have to know the difference between your trauma self your survival self and your quote unquote higher self or your divine self, because the state of being that you are in will dictate the lens that you see through. So that is where logic can come into play, but still balancing logic with emotion, with energy, with feelings. I can read the affirmations at the end of this video. So the next three are feelings, emotions that you should be looking for, that you should prioritize feeling. Harmony, peace, no, harmony, joy, and serenity. Those are the emotions, the feelings, the experiences that will tell you you are on the right path. That's what I mean by tapping into your feminine essence, tapping into your emotions and your feelings. How do you feel about this thing, about this opportunity, about this relationship, connection, about this environment? Are you feeling joyful? Are you feeling like you are in harmony with the people and the things in this space, in this opportunity? Does it feel serene? Do you feel good? Those three emotions will help you to decipher what is for you, what is for your divine self, what is attached to your calling and your purpose, and what is simply a lesson for you to learn. And sometimes that lesson that you have to learn is saying no and removing yourself from the things, from the people that do not feed you joy, harmony, and serenity. And now on this joy card, it says the first sentence, like a child, I discover joy in the simplicity of life. Like a child. So with returning to your heart, returning to your heart is returning to your childlike innocence. It's listening to your inner child, going back and remembering what gave you joy, what made you feel safe and seen, what saved you as a child, because many of us did not feel seen or safe as children for one reason or another, simply because we were feeling emotions and experiences of other people because we are empathic and strongly sensitive to energies, or because caregivers weren't around to make sure to help you navigate the spaces that you were in, the experiences that you went through. Whatever your story as a child is, whether you feel like you had a traumatic childhood or a difficult childhood or whatever, what were your desires? What were your dreams as a child? What was your safe haven? That is the doorway to your purpose, to your calling. It's a reason why you found that as a child, to help you survive and keep fighting through now. And it's likely something that continues to show up throughout your life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. So do not use the standards of the material world to live your life, to attract your calling, to live in your purpose. The material world is negligible. That is not to say that it does not come into play, because you will, the fruits of your labor will speak to the seeds that you plant. So the material will come. It will come with joy when you are moving from your heart center. Harmony, serenity. I'll get to those later. And the final card is positive action. And it talks about doing what you can do now and releasing the things that you have no control or power over. How can you positively make decisions, create momentum towards your calling? It says, I focus on the beauty in me and I find silence. That beauty is personalized. What makes each person beautiful is different. And that is talking about your personal gifts, your personal skills, your talents, those divine gifts that were given to you before you were birthed here. How can you make positive action in the realms of those gifts? So once you figure out the desires of your inner child, once you heal and open your heart and return to your heart, allowing your heart in the feelings of your heart to guide you, the traits of your heart. Once you realize, self-realize, self-actualize what brings you joy, what gives you a sense of harmony and serenity. Once you figure out that thing or things, how can you make positive action toward those things in the present? Practicing your craft, even if it's just for yourself, not sharing it with anybody yet, or only sharing it with loved ones, close friends, and things like that. Focus on the thing that makes you beautiful, that gift, that talent. That is what makes you beautiful. And silence everything else. Be in the present moment. And it doesn't have to be big things. Like if you're a writer, write. Whether you're journaling, poetry, or describing the visions, creating a scene of the visions that you're receiving. If you're a musician, get a pencil. Even if you don't have an instrument, get pencils, tap out a beat, or like whatever, hum, create a melody. Whatever your gift is, what makes you special and beautiful, what makes you you. How can you practice that and embody that in the present moment? If it seems impossible, you're thinking too far in the future. Because everything that we need is within us right now. And there is always one way, at least, that we can embody that in the present. I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus, I have the power to bring light into my life. Being created in the image of God gives you a likeness of God. Being an offspring of the Creator, of the Most High, of divine source energy, means that you have that in yourself. In one drop of water is the whole ocean. You feel me? So you have the ability to bring your purpose into the present, to embody it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for this message. Oh, let me read Return to Heart real quick. I breathe light and stick to the essential for my soul, which is the present moment. The present moment is essential to your soul. Bringing in your gifts to the present, embodying your gifts in the present is what feeds your soul, what keeps you alive spiritually and literally. I calm my thoughts, finding that silence, ignoring everything that has nothing to do with your purpose and calling. Do not get distracted. Do not allow other people to distract you, because again, your calling is not a conference call. So no one else will understand the path and journey that you are on besides you and the divine. And you have to get used to the discomfort of people judging you or people trying to add their 2 cents in. You have to be confident and strong in who you know yourself to be and how you know you are supposed to be leading your life. Focus on your heart and find space to be where your light and greatness are. Your light and your greatness. Those are your gifts, your talents. That's how you find your purpose. That's how you remember your purpose. Find peace in inner silence. When you heal your heart and you differentiate yourself from the survival expression of yourself to the divine expression of yourself, you learn what thoughts are yours and what thoughts aren't, especially being empathic, highly sensitive, even psychic. You hear other people's thoughts. You feel their judgment. And when you aren't acknowledging these gifts and abilities, you don't know that they're not yours. But once you do, and I'm speaking from experience, there is moments where even just simple eye contact, I would feel awkward making eye contact. But I realized it wasn't me being timid or shy. It was the other person being intimidated by the power of my eyes, by my presence and my direct attention. And so I was feeling their discomfort as my own discomfort, or feeling judgment in my body for decisions that I make that I know is divinely guided. It's not my own energy that I'm feeling. It's energy that I'm picking up from other people as my own. That's what it means to be empathic. Because empathy is being able to personalize somebody's experience as your own in order to give them compassion and support, seeing yourself in their shoes. But when you're empathic, you automatically feel literally other people's experiences and feelings as your own. Constantly feeling people intentionally or unintentionally projecting their beliefs, their experiences onto you. 21, 22 on a time when I looked up. So you must do that inner work. Through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. You will know peace when you learn yourself and learn how to healthily detach yourself from other people's experiences, thoughts, feelings, judgment, opinions, all that stuff. Have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. Know thyself. Remain brave in the face of fear and have wisdom to let the universe do its work. So, yes, I trust that's the complete message. You are so close. We are so close. Sit in silence. Find what type of meditation, align with what type of meditation works for you in order to hear your inner voice amidst the chaos. It's a lot of chaos going on. Societally, economically, within families, friends, shit, even within ourselves sometimes. How do you silence that noise? How do you silence that chaos and come back to your core self, your divine self, in order to continue in a positive direction, to fulfill your purpose in the now? No small action is truly small. The butterfly effect. All right. Ending it there. Thank you for this message. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for being you. Thank you for continuing to navigate your journey, because you are important to the whole grand scheme of things. Keep living. Thrive in your gifts. And know that we are not alone. I am with you in spirit because we are one. I am you. You are me. We are together in this Ubuntu. I am because we are. You are because I am. Ashe. Peace and healthy pleasure.